Good morning, everybody. It is 6:15, and I'm up early because, as I've always told you, the early bird murders the worm. So I'm always early. In fact, to tell you the truth, I've actually been up since somewhere around 5 o'clock. Probably slightly before that, but I had to get up and go to the bathroom, and then I got back in bed, and now I'm looking at this story. I've been reading the news for the last couple of minutes. But I'm about to go, and I'm about to go make that video promised about BMW i4 electric and the iX electric. So I'll be putting that video out probably later tonight. And after I do the test drives and all that with the cars, I already pretty much know what to expect. For the most part, these electric cars pretty much all drive the same. The only difference is the interior space, the interior comfort, the interior luxury, what kind of amenities you get, and for the most part, how the car looks. I already said this 100 times. My next car is going to be electric. I'm going to keep my Jeep because I can't give away my Jeep because it's funny. I was in Costco last night. Guy got out of his car while I'm getting out of my car, and he's looking at my Jeep. He's like, "Wow, that is a really nice truck, man." I get that reaction all the time. And my Jeep just stands out. It's silver. There's a lot of Jeeps that are silver, but mine is like, it's got that aggressive look to it with the blacked out trim and this, that, and other. And it's a big vehicle, and I don't need a flatbed truck. If I did need a flatbed truck, I would probably go for one of those new electric, what are those things called? The Chevrolet Silverado that's electric or whatever, the EV one. I'd probably consider an electric EV flatbed. I like the way the Silverado looks. It's like the Avalanche. They could have just called it the Avalanche EV. I don't think anybody really cared. But if I ever did get a flatbed, I'd want it to look like that. And the reason why all that's relevant to what I'm about to just read right here is because, I live in New York City, and New York is imposing laws. I believe they already passed what's called the Sleep Act, because this is what ultimately happened. And I'm going to get to my feelings about it later, because you already know how I feel about it. What ended up happening was when I got into SRT products, back when I had Chrysler 300 SRTs, nobody else was into it for the most part. Most people didn't even know what it meant. And those were the good old days. Because you know how they say in stocks, they say buy on the rumor, sell on the fact. I bought that car, and I enjoyed that Chrysler 300 SRT. And then I bought another Chrysler 300 SRT, which was newer, the 2012. And I really, really enjoyed driving it around. The only downside is Chrysler never put all-wheel drive in it. And if they had made that an all-wheel drive V8 SRT product, that would have been incredible. But they never did that. The all-wheel drive version was reserved basically for the Jeep and for the Durango. But it was a really great car. Gas prices have fluctuated because, I've paid as high as $4 a gallon for gas in those cars, and that was years ago. But gas prices have fluctuated, and now we're at the point where you've got a lot of fuck boys, that's the common term for them, that buy these cars. They abuse these cars. They do stupid shit like they create traffic by cutting off roadways and doing fucking donuts and stupid shit, putting lives at risk. It's funny, they criticize Governor Christie in New Jersey for shutting down a bridge, and they claim that there were people in ambulances that couldn't get where they were going. But now you got these stupid motherfuckers. And normally I only curse when I really got to get my point across. But you've got these stupid motherfuckers, these fuck boys, these dumb motherfuckers that ruin everything for everybody. They're doing this stupid shit. Nobody gives a fuck about them. These cars are old and obsolete at this point. But yet you get these dumb motherfuckers. And when they get their hands on these cars, what they do is they abuse them. They drive really crazy. First of all, some of these cars are stolen. That's number one. These Hellcats, as you saw over the last 2 years of lawlessness, since our government's too pussy to put cops around with these tasers and these live ammo and, deal with these bastards who are carjacking people and killing people for their Durangos and killing people for their track cars. Since this government's too fucking pussy to do what most of these other governments in the world do, they keep their people under control. But we've had carjackings go through the roof. But then you got these idiots out here, these fuckboys who steal people's cars and they're doing burnouts and shit and they're locking down these roadways and they're putting lives at risk. And this government's too fucking pussy to deal with them the way I deal with them. But be that as it may, now you've got a situation where it's not even just about the constant reckless driving and recklessness. Now you got a situation where these dumbass motherfuckers are modifying these cars, trying to make them sound like fucking gunshots. And basically New York responded very quickly and they basically made it illegal. So now they've got a number of ways that they're dealing with it. They've got cameras that can record you and your muffler as you're passing by. And the cameras know if there's loud noise that is way too loud, it's above regulation. And now they're going to give your fucking ass a ticket in the mail. Now, I appreciate that. That's great. That'll teach you. After you get a couple $100 tickets in the mail, and your ass can't afford to not only pay rent in your mama's basement, but now you also can't afford to pay for your registration and your insurance, which will also get your car impounded. Now you'll understand. Because this shit's not funny. It's like, here I am. I'm trying to enjoy the peace and quiet of my house. And you got motherfuckers driving by at 3 o'clock I swear to God, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'm recording videos and you'll have these assholes start at the beginning of my block and they'll try to rev that piece of shit 4-cylinder engine right till they get to the front of my house. And by the time they get to the front of my house, you hear that loud exhaust pop from the turbocharger exhaust outlet valve. And they think that shit is cute. And why do they do that? Well, because they've seen that I have fast cars parked in front of my house. Like I got that Jeep SRT parked in front of my house. When they saw me with the Hellcat, these motherfuckers always threatening to race me and shit. And I'm like, listen, I'm not interested in racing you, you losers. You've got a fucking 4-cylinder Volkswagen and you got an old ass BMW M3. I'm not trying to race your ass. I don't care about you. Your car is small. It's old. I don't care. But you got these motherfuckers doing that shit constantly. And you know what? The people got tired of it. They got tired of the muffler deletes. They got tired of the resonator deletes. They got tired of it. So now they're passing laws against you. That's it. Says New York law. These penalties will now be enforced for ear-splitting illegally modified vehicles. A new law increases penalties against motorists and repair shops that illegally modify mufflers and exhaust systems to make them excessively noisy. See, you got to understand something. This isn't about the car itself being overly noisy. From the factory, these cars are absolutely mandated to comply with a specific noise profile. They're not allowed to be overly noisy. That's why they have mufflers in the first place, because that is it invades the quality of life, especially like when you're dealing with people like me. We live in these neighborhoods. We buy a house. We buy it in a quiet area, and we expect for the most part the place is going to be quiet. We expect that there's going to be peace and quiet, right? But you got these stupid assholes who modify these cars. And here's the thing. It's not like you have a cool car. You don't have a Bugatti Chiron. You don't have a Lamborghini Aventador. You've got some broke-ass piece of shit Volkswagen or some garbage-ass, old-ass BMW. And you think modifying that piece of garbage is trying to turn my head? All you're doing is annoying me. So guess what? I'm tired of you annoying me. Now the law is coming after your ass. It's about fucking time. Now, here's the thing. When the cop pulls you over and they're about to give you a ticket, if you decide to fight back, cop's going to put a bullet in your fucking head. That's how it works. Welcome to New York. So anyway, Staten Island, New York. Anyone with vehicle mufflers and exhaust systems modified to make them louder, sometimes to the level of ear splitting, can now be fined up to $1,000. Up to $1,000. Up to $1,000. That goes into effect on Friday, April 1st. April Fool's Day, motherfuckers! So anyway, in October, Governor Kathy Hochul, who, by the way, I think she's an idiot. She was actively trying to disable, because this is what's wrong. You got these dumbass liberals who don't understand how energy works. And this moron thinks that making new buildings without natural gas connections is safe. Now, guess what, you stupid moron that nobody elected? Thanks a lot, Cuomo, for getting fired, but or getting yourself having to resign. But anyway, these stupid moron liberals don't seem to understand that if you have buildings, apartment buildings, that don't have natural gas connections, well, guess what? If there's ever a power outage, all of these people are going to be freezing in their fucking houses. It's like, I remember Hurricane Sandy. I made videos during Hurricane Sandy. We had power outages in New Jersey. You couldn't even get gasoline because the pumps weren't working. So guess what, you stupid morons? If we have a situation where there's electricity's out, these people are going to freeze. And the sad thing is, I don't know if it's because she's a woman or if it's because she's a stupid liberal that these people don't wake the fuck up and say, you know what, that's a dumb fucking idea. Let's go out there and protest against this moron. So anyway, in October, Governor Hochul announced she had signed into law a bill that increases penalties against motorists and repair shops. That's the important thing. Because you know what? You got some of these assholes who think they can just go to a repair shop and the repair shop is going to do this work for them and that they can just keep it under wraps. No. Now it's going to be to the repair shops that if they get caught doing this shit, which they will, because, there's always some snitch out there, they're going to get fined. It's illegal. That's it. That's just it. Because people are paying money to live in a peaceful, quiet neighborhood without some stupid fuckboy doing this shit to their car. And if you know I'm talking about you, that's your problem. I don't give a fuck. So anyway, let's see. Where are we? Every New Yorker deserves to feel safe and comfortable in their community. And that includes cracking down on excessively noisy vehicles on our streets. Hochul said, this legislation deters drivers and vehicles from installing illegal vehicle equipment that results in dangerous noise levels that can contribute to hearing loss and increased emissions. Now, me personally, I don't believe that, you'll get hearing loss unless you're standing very close to the car and you've got some asshole revving their shitty little Nissan 350Z in your ear. I don't really think it'll cause hearing loss, but then again, I'm not an ear doctor. I know tinnitus exists. But anyway, the maximum fines for installing the illegal equipment will increase from $150 to $1,000. Good. And if repair shop owners are caught, here we go. If repair shop owners are caught installing the equipment three times within 18 months, they risk losing their certificate of inspection stations and operating certificate. So basically, if we catch you doing this shit, you're going to lose your fucking job. How about that? If you don't like it, you can move. We don't need you. Most of these people who move out of New York, they couldn't make it anyway. But anyway, the legislation also adds a requirement for inspection stations to check motorcycles. Oh, okay, yeah, that too, because I'm sick and tired of being in traffic. And you got these shitty little motorcycles, these illegally modified things going past you, and it's just so annoying. So finally, these stupid liberals did something right. So anyway, modified exhaust systems serve no purpose other than to create fear, chaos, and intimidation. Annoyance. I'm going to add a couple of words, qualifiers to that. They serve to annoy, and they serve to aggravate. Let's add those two words. Said Bay Ridge advocates keeping everyone safe. Brakes. They actually have an acronym, brakes. That's good. Okay. An increasing number of car and motorcycle enthusiasts are making modifications to the muffler and the exhaust systems in vehicles in order to increase the noise and pollution levels emitted. This trend is leading to multiple noise complaints because basically, let me tell you something. Sometimes I'm in my bed and I'm hearing these loud pops outside that sound like gunshots, and you think it's gunshots, but the problem is you don't know the difference at a distance between gunshots and some stupid motherfucker with some shitty little Volkswagen or some shitty little fucking Hyundai or Honda Civic or BMW or whatever it is, who's got this illegally modified garbage on their car. But guess what? Now I ain't got to worry about it because now you're going to get $1,000 ticket rammed up your ass the next time you do that shit. When I'm trying to sleep at 3 o'clock and I got you I got 4 of these guys on my block with these shitty ass cars, these old shit cars. And I swear, I wish I could put a speed bump right in front. I wish I could put 2 speed bumps like right on my block. I put one at the beginning and I put one in the middle. In fact, I need 3. I need one at the beginning, one at the middle, and one at the end. And they don't have any space to do that shit because, see, in order for you to make that loud ass noise, you need to build up the pressure in your exhaust valve with those turbochargers, because they put turbochargers on these old ass cars because they think that shit is cool. It's not fucking cool. I'm up at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning trying to sleep because I work, unlike your welfare check ass. And you're trying to do this shit. You think it's cute. It's not cute. So guess what? Now I ain't even got to worry about it now. Now the city, the state of New York are going to take $1,000 ticket and they're going to take it. They're going to put the ticket in their hand. And then they're going to take that ticket, they're going to grease it up with some KY jelly. Then they're going to ram that $1,000 ticket up your ass. It's about goddamn time they did this. Okay, so that's about the end of the story. So there you have it. New York penalties, $1,000 tickets. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice and you're one of these goddamn shops that does this illegal modification shit, well, guess what? You're going to get... No. Okay. You're going to get not only a ticket rammed up your ass, but on top of that, they're going to take their fist and they're going to stick it right up your intestines until they can reach and grab that certificate out your pocket, because they could just go into your pocket. They're not going to go into your pocket. They're going to ram their fist up your ass and they're going to take your certification from you. Not only that, they're going to, what is your operating license? They're going to take that shit too. You know how you used to, you know what? I just got an inspection sticker on my car too. It was $37. I got it from Pep Boys. You know how you used to stay in business by giving out certification stickers? Yeah, well, guess what? You're about to lose your certification ability. So the bottom line is this. We're tired of it. Now, I know some of you don't care. You don't care about aggravating other people. I know some of you don't care. I know some of you think this shit is fucking funny and you think it's cute. Well, guess what? Now you're going to get $1,000 ticket rammed up your ass by a cop. That's what you're going to do. Because it's not funny. It's not cute. It's aggravating. And let me tell you this. I have to deal with this a lot. Now, if I have to hear this again, all I got to do is make one call. And you're going to get $1,000 ticket rammed up your ass. You think it's funny. You think it's cute. I don't. It's annoying. It's really annoying. It's very annoying. I should not have the sanctity of my sleep and my peace and quiet. I should not have that annoyed just because you got some fucking Honda Accord that you think is cool, but you want to show it off. No, it's done. So that said, I'm done. That said, in a little while, going to BMW, and we're going to test drive these electric cars, these nice, comfortable, quiet electric cars. And as I've already said, I really like electric cars. They're very efficient. They're very energy efficient. They're very peaceful. They're very quiet. You don't have these idiots trying to shut down roadways in order to do burnouts, because they don't do burnouts for the most part. They're all-wheel drive. Even the rear-wheel drive ones don't do very good burnouts because most people who are driving something like that, they're not going to do stupid shit like that. So it's not funny. And y'all brought this. I just want y'all to understand something. You brought this on yourselves. I've had these fast cars. I've never modified the muffler or the exhaust system. I'm not trying to make these things aggressively loud and annoy people. I'm not trying to do that because I'm a good citizen and I'm looking out for other citizens. But you people out there, you don't give a fuck, because most of you don't understand civics. You don't even understand how your government works. That's why it was so easy for this moron liberal governor to pass these laws, and you probably didn't even know about it because you were busy watching the Grammy, you're watching the Oscars, you're watching Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, because that's all you're interested in is fucking entertainment. So you didn't even realize when these laws got passed. Good for you. So the New York Sleep Act is now law. Now, here's what you can do. If you don't like it, you can take your shit, pack everything up. You can move out of this state. You can go down to Atlanta with the rest of the losers, or you could go out to Ohio with those people who are poor, or you could go out to, I don't know, Louisiana with those other poor people. We don't need you here because we here in New York, first of all, the studies have shown there's people who are desperate to get in here. There are people who are willing to pay $500-$600 for a closet to sleep in because they're desperate to get to New York because they know that this is the number one place to be. But what we don't need is we don't need you aggravating us and ruining we're trying to sleep in the morning, you're ruining our sleep. Years ago, I believe it was Rudy Giuliani. He actually, I don't know how he pulled this off. This guy, he passed a law inside Manhattan that said if you blew your horn and if you were excessively honking your horn, you could get a $350 penalty. Well, now we increased that $350 to $1,000 for excessively loud muffling noises and shit. Now, I know a lot of you are like, yeah, this is the end of the V8. There's no more V8. Well, guess what? First of all, gasoline prices are over $5. And at this point, you're just wasting fucking money, right? You should be saving that money for your kids and for your crystal meth habits. You should be saving that money. Now, you don't need to waste your money trying to chop your fucking muffler off. Now, what you can do is you can save that money. You can go out and buy your daughter some new teeth or whatever it is. I don't care. But the bottom line is these cars can still exist just the way they are without your dumbass trying to modify them because you're trying to turn heads to get people to look at your obsolete Dodge Charger, your obsolete Challenger, or your obsolete fucking Honda, or your obsolete BMW, or your obsolete. You get the point. Everything's obsolete. That because you're just trying to look for attention. If you want fucking attention, get yourself a pimp suit that's orange or pink or something, and walk around looking like get people to turn their heads looking at you walking quietly down the street. We don't need this fucking noise at 2:00 in the morning. We don't need it, and we're not gonna have it. $1,000 tickets, your license, your shop revoked. That's how it works. And there you go. And that's the news.